Electro and Bono Movie Power Hour. You know what? Where's Hawk at? Listener discretion advised. Pansy.
Welcome back to the Electro and Bono Movie Power Hour. I am Electro. Bono is MIA again today. He's on fucking daddy duty. So we got Lil back in to fill in on him.
I'm here.
For him.
I'm ready.
Not on him.
Not on him. He's changing diapers. I'm here to do the good work of, whatever he does.
The quality work. Ozzy over there on the keys as always.
Yo, what's up?
Not as always. He wasn't here.
Last week.
Dude. Where were you?
I haven't seen The Quiet Place.
Where were you, Oz?
I was in my own quiet place.
Okay.
I'm lonely, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, no. Shit. Ladies, where are you at?
Is this something we have to explore? You were saying that you want to do like a rebound movie.
Oh, I thought a rebound podcast. I was like,
hell yeah.
I'll
That's
host
what we
that
need.
shit right now.
I need to go through a rebound movie marathon.
Well, you already saw the
That'll be
ultimate
bad.
one.
Which is?
Swingers.
Oh,
That's a movie about not dealing with a breakup that good, and then he moves on by the end of the movie. You've seen the best version of it, I think.
I think that might be
from like a man's perspective. I'm
What
sure
was
there's
the
a
John
bunch of
Cusack movie that we just happened upon?
It's High Fidelity. We didn't just happen upon it, bitch.
No, the other day we just happened to watch it.
Okay.
Watch that.
Yeah, but that's not. It doesn't pertain to his situation because John Cusack, spoilers in High Fidelity, ends up with the girl that he's having that issue over.
Yeah, but he goes through a lot of bitches.
He doesn't go through a lot of bitches. He goes, well, it would be a good one, Ozzy, because he does go through like his history of dating and evaluates like all his relationships and why he's so damaged or whatever.
See, all right, I'm liking that.
Yeah.
It's a good breakup movie,
It's
but
a good breakup movie.
it has a happy ending, and he ends up back with the girl that broke up with him. So that might not be helpful.
But I'm sure that some of his relationships were kind of like rebounds. So it's a good movie.
Ozzy's?
No,
You're making
stupid.
some fucking assumptions here.
I'm sure.
I'm like the Dennis
At
Rodman
least
of dating.
all of us have had one relationship that's kind of maybe been a
Why
rebound.
don't you take it easy, Lily?
No?
Lil.
Mucho te easy.
Why don't you
Mucho
take
te
it
easy.
fucking easy?
But it's true. But you're right.
It's true.
Well, maybe
we don't want to
maybe
admit it.
down the line there will be a High Fidelity episode out there for Oz too.
And
to
rebound
get back
podcast
out there.
coming soon.
Yeah.
Well, he does. You know what? John Cusack does rebound and fuck somebody else in the movie. I think we're kind of doing it right now. We're kind of doing a little mini High Fidelity episode.
Because Oz needs guidance.
I need that high fidelity.
He's lost out there.
Yeah. But you know what? You're getting
He's so fucking money. He doesn't even know.
There's so many beautiful babies out there, dude.
There's so many beautiful babies, bro.
That's what I need. I need Ron Livingston
You're like-
to come in and give me a speech.
You're like a fucking bunny. You're like a fucking bunny out there.
Yeah.
No, you're a bear. You're a bear.
bear.
You got these fucking claws. You got
Oh,
these
I
fucking
thought like
claws.
cuddly and fuzzy.
No.
No. Well,
Or a big
I
gay
think
man.
that you're doing what you're supposed. You're doing God's work. You're going to the bar. You're meeting ladies.
It's not God's work.
That's what I mean. I don't know. Maybe that's just
Your God.
My God. Yeah. But you're doing it right. You're doing it right. No?
Anyways.
You don't agree?
Anyway,
Electro doesn't agree.
let's move on from this.
My love life.
His loneliness. I'm just being supportive.
Yeah, don't support Ozzy. He's fine.
He's like, lonely.
But whatever. We'll get him back out there. You know, time heals all. as they say.
Okay, now you're getting cheesy.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're not here to talk about Ozzy's fucking failed love life.
It's not what this is about.
Yeah. Not like I'm fucking doing any better anyway.
Oh my
okay?
god, let's not get into your love
But
life.
fucking-
That's a fucking disaster.
That's a fucking train wreck.
Oh
But
my
that's a
God.
whole other thing. But we're here
Tune
to
into Rebound coming soon.
Rebound.
Good podcast name.
It's gonna be great. We're doing it. We basically
That
already said
has
it.
to be a fucking basketball podcast out there somewhere.
Oh my god, look it up right now. And if it's not taken, we're taking it. Anyway.
The Rebound, a tech podcast.
Anything else going on? What's going on in the news? Nothing?
Nope.
No
No
news.
movie news?
No.
No movie news.
Anyways, no movie news, but this week we decided to cover a movie, since we've been kind of on a very American couple of episodes other than The Quiet Place, but we just did fucking Jaws, 4th of July, American as it gets.
Mm-hmm.
We did one to the man, the myth himself, fucking Dick Cheney. That's as American
Oh, shit,
as
yeah.
it gets.
Fucking...
And now we're going to handle America the Motion Picture,
Ooh.
okay? So we're on a roll here with our patriotism.
It's at another level right now.
Yeah, so America the Motion Picture. This is a movie that actually Ozzy told me
Found?
about. Yeah, how'd you
Yeah.
even come across it? Or
Well, again,
why
they
is this movie in our lives?
Yeah.
They were just advertising it.
Were they? Because
It
was on Netflix.
I did not come up.
You didn't?
It.
Mm-mm.
No.
Really? Yeah, it was on my... Damn, that algorithm.
I felt like there
I'm
was a
super
conspiracy
patriotic.
theory or something, because when I was looking for it on Netflix, I even had to type in several letters before it popped out. Usually, like, if it's something new, you pop in that first, second letter or whatever, and it's like already there. And I was just like, what? I had to like type in a lot of
Like, I
letters.
have to type in almost all of America.
Yeah, like
They're like, this terrorist hates America.
yeah. So I don't know.
He's not looking
I don't
for
know if they pushed this that much. Maybe it advertised on Netflix, but like they had no advertising and any other facet. Like this movie kind of came out of nowhere, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
It was probably released for the 4th of July, right now that I think about
June
it.
30th.
Oh.
But pretty
right
close.
Before, right
yeah.
before they were preparing.
They were probably like, it's a little too disrespectful to
release on 4th of
this
July.
on the 4th of July.
It's true. But it's about the 4th of July.
I mean, yeah, this movie is super effective.
Yeah, it is.
I loved every second of it.
Oh, I thought it was like
So-
genius.
Fucking democracy.
But apparently the world doesn't think it is genius because it has
Tell us all about
it has
it.
an IMDb rating of 5.7 out of 10.
Oof.
That's bad.
That's rough.
A Rotten Tomatoes score of 33% and an audience score of 40%. So not even the
Okay.
people. Not even the people.
Usually the
Not
people
even
are
we
nicer.
not even we the people are fucking giving this
Can
thing.
we change that? Like, can we like
Yeah,
it
I think
enough?
so. But so when I looked it up on I think on IMDb or something, it doesn't have a lot of reviews, but most of the reviews are all bad. I think from what I saw, like from critic reviews, there's like only 18 critic reviews. Not a lot of people have watched and critiqued this movie. So I think we need to get out there and start giving this movie positive reviews. Let's bring this.
We're turning it
That's
around.
what we're doing right now.
Yeah. And I know that, a lot of the people that listen to this show aren't from America, so they're going to be like, no.
Well, they're gonna watch it and be like, "Fuck yeah, this is exactly what America is. We love it."
Yes.
Yeah, but
yes.
obviously you'd think that these reviews are coming from first this is an animated movie, starring fucking Channing Tatum as
Yes.
George Washington.
George Washington has never looked hotter, you
no,
guys.
no, and he looked hot before.
Dude, and then Martha.
Oh my god, Martha's so hot.
yeah.
Jason
Oh my God.
Mantzoukas, the man, the myth. He plays Samuel Adams.
Very hot.
Olivia Munn plays Thomas Edison. She's also very hot.
Her voice is hot, not her
Yeah, she's hot all
character.
around. She's hot all around.
But she doesn't look hot in the cartoon, is what I'm saying.
Speak for yourself.
Okay. Okay.
I was into it. Bobby Moynihan plays Paul Revere. Judy Greer is Martha Washington. But behind every great man, there's a great woman, man. And that woman was Martha Washington. little dazed and confused
Well,
for you.
and
out there.
she was very supportive.
Yeah.
Very great woman.
Very
and she
great
needed bras to support her very big
Oh
titties.
my god, those titties were distracting.
Beautiful things. Will Forte as Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, killed it.
Simon Pegg as King James. Andy Sandberg as Benedict Arnold. All-star cast.
Yeah, dude,
yes.
all fucking hilarious.
Fucking all hitters. This movie's very boffo.
Yeah, it is boffo.
Yeah, so all-star cast. I mean, you don't think all these people would do something if it was like
This offensive?
this bad? No, like if it was, if they didn't think it was good. Like I thought this movie was actually pretty smart and shit.
Yeah.
Right? Like how is it getting this bad of a fucking rating? Like,
Well, they're taking it at face value. Like people are or whoever these reviewers are seem to think that like it's supposed to be like they're making fun of all that. I don't know. Yeah, it's very well written, very fucking hilarious.
yeah,
And it's obviously
it's super.
It's upsetting people.
yeah.
Super over the top. Like, you know, it also, I mean, it makes America seem like we're a bunch of idiots too. Like George Washington's an idiot in this. You know, he's a hunk. He's a hunk.
Yeah.
And fucking, he's a lovable, dumb hunk. And fucking Abraham Lincoln, he was the smart guy,
Yeah.
you know?
And he was off in the beginning.
And they were fucking boys.
They
and
were
they were boys.
Yeah, they were best buds.
Yeah.
He has a BFF box with him. And,
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, they're like one of the, like borderline gay best friends.
They lost their virginity at prom, and they it was very clear that they lost it
to each
together.
other.
Yeah.
Well, and I love when he tells Martha that, and she's like,
I
I've
get
been
it.
I've been Paris. And that's so subtle. No critic has ever banged a girl with his buddy. He doesn't know about that.
Yeah,
No,
come on,
no.
bro.
That joke went over their heads.
But it was like they were straight BFFing like the first 5 minutes of the movie, and it was so fucking
Yeah,
Fuck,
good.
yeah.
So good.
Love it. So this movie was directed by one Matt Thompson. Also, all the people, like the main people that are involved in the making of this movie are all top tier. Okay, so this director, he's only directed this movie and a bunch of other like cartoons and shit, but he's one of the producers of Archer. And he directed one of the episodes of Archer. And the animation of this movie is very like Archer. Like the way it's
Yeah.
animated, it's the
That
same.
makes sense.
It looks the same as that. So you got the guy who's in one of the guys that's in charge of making Archer. So that's already fucking
Yeah, Archer was one of the smartest written shows ever. It
Exactly.
was written by one guy.
And then the guy who wrote it, his name is Dave Callahan. Good old American names and good old boys out there.
He's just hamming it up.
And he has interesting writing credits. He wrote all of the Expendable movies.
What?
He wrote the Zombieland sequel. He wrote the new Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh,
He wrote Wonder Woman 1984.
ouch on that one.
Stick to the cartoons.
Yeah.
He's writing one of the new Marvel movies, the Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. He also wrote the new Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse movie that's going to come out. Yeah, I'm surprised he wrote this. I mean, those are not bad credits to have in your filmography. Those aren't all great movies or whatever, but they're all successful fucking franchises and stuff like that. So pretty good.
Yeah, it seemed like a bunch of people with talent just got together to have fun with a movie.
Yeah, and then the more known producers of this is the Phil and Lord that they got started. They directed 21 and 22 Jump Street, the Lego movie. They got some good stuff here. They were supposed to do the Solo movie, but they got fired in the middle of it. But yeah,
What did they do?
I know. We need to know more.
well, the producer was just like, this movie's too silly. Like, we need to get Ron Howard now.
We're gonna go do America.
Yeah. So Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs also directed. They directed an
That's
episode of Ozzy's favorite Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
99
They directed
Andy Samberg
directed 2 episodes of The Last Man on Earth and
with Will Forte.
with Will Forte. And so yeah,
Makes a lot of sense with all these people that are in this movie.
That's crazy. Again, they just call up their actor
buds.
friends. Yeah.
and they produced that Spider-Man Into the Spiderverse movie.
Okay.
And also they produced the Mitchells versus the Machines, another movie
So good.
that they both kind of came out around the same time. So yeah, these guys they're known more as producers than they are directors, but they attach their names to shit, and I think it gives it more credibility, or more people would be willing to watch the movies just because they're involved with them. So when Ozzy showed me this movie, and then the credits were rolling, and I saw that they were involved, I was like, holy shit! Like I was kind of surprised. It was like
It's a silly, bloody mess.
But yeah, these are the people that were involved in making it, and obviously it's like, yeah, they're all geniuses in their own right. So of course, this is quality shit. I don't understand the hate, and even like, yeah, I like looked on IMDb, even all like the users and stuff, just random people. They're all saying how it's like not funny. It's like, it's funny, dude.
Yeah.
If you don't think this is
Funniest
funny,
thing I have seen in a while.
like, fuck you. I don't know. It's just conservative people or something that don't like.
Or no, the opposite is liberal people. I would think that because it's all toxic masculinity. It's all like dude bro comedy.
It's probably a combination.
I
of
guess
both.
either one of them could hate it,
Right?
because it is basically, like we were saying, it is showing America in a very bad light. You know, even though it's presenting it
The fun police.
yeah, it's
suck.
it's presenting it in a way that they're like, oh, like it's like silly or whatever. We're joking about it, but it's just like, this is bad. This makes us look bad. They're making fun of how bad like we are or whatever. The royal we. But yeah, basically the plot of this film is, you know, the Declaration of Independence gets signed over a game of fucking beer pong.
Well, they're trying to figure out, was it we the people or us rich white men?
And we the people wins.
Yeah, like, you could just write that on your Christmas card.
Honestly, it's fun from the very first line. It's so good.
Mhm.
We the people.
And then
Benedict
Arnold, who's voiced by Andy Samberg, just comes in with the red coat bastards, and they just fucking massacre everybody. And
Brutally.
yeah, they cut an old man's head off, and then they blow up the building. He's just like, now I'm going to go fucking take care of fucking Abraham Lincoln and George Washington, who are just having the time of their lives at a play.
And that
Red,
was
white, and blue man group.
Exactly.
and when they blew up that building, that was a total homage to Dark Knight, right? When they blew up the hospital, it was like the same fucking shots.
I would have to rewatch it. I didn't
And then in
catch
the
that.
box it said TNT, but like tea, like
like the
Drinking tea.
drinking tea.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good.
pretty
dude.
good. Anyway, so they're busy watching the red, white, and blue man group. And
With
Benedict
Martha's
Arnold.
giant tits.
And then Benedict Arnold comes in, turns into a werewolf, and bites Abraham Lincoln's neck off. Oh, but first there's this great
Yes.
joke about,
Oh my God.
about he says Benedict Arnold's like telling him that he's switching sides. And he's like, "Oh, that's great!"
You're living your truth. You're finally living your truth.
And he's like, "No." What does he say? Like, "No, I'm
gonna be fucking rich.
Oh,
Yeah, like, oh, Rich sounds like a great guy.
And then there's like another thing or
He
whatever.
says one day, he's
He's like, "Stop being so accepting." And
dude, that part's so good.
I mean, I'm telling you, I wonder how much of the bad reviews are because I don't think people have seen this.
Yeah.
How many people do you think have seen this movie? I can't
Not
imagine
many.
that it's pushed out there. It hasn't been pushed that much.
I'm gonna push it.
Push it up. Hopefully that's something
Push
that
it real good.
something that can come from this podcast. Hopefully more people watch this movie.
Please.
Netflix is gonna be like, why is this movie so popular in the Ukraine and Pakistan all of a sudden?
Something's up.
Yeah, this is scary.
But anyway, so Benedict Arnold fucking rips Abraham Lincoln's throat off, and as he's dying, hilarity ensues.
So good.
Because Abraham Lincoln's supposed to create America. Like, that's his whole goal.
Mm-hmm.
But shit got cut short with his throat.
So
But it's just like George just like not wanting him to die. Like he's his best buddy.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah. He's like obviously dying. Like his throat is ripped apart and he's squirting blood into his mouth.
He's spitting it out. He's like disgusted, but he's also mourning it.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "You have to do me like one last favor." And he's like, "You name it, babe."
He calls him babe.
I died. We called him babe.
And so you have to you have to build America, or you have to free the colonies or whatever, and then he's like, and you have to name it. He's like, what? What do you want me to name it? Anything you name it, that's what I'm gonna fucking name it.
He's like
America. And he's just like, is that like your first choice? You want to think about that one a little longer?
He's like, we have no more time.
He dies, and then fucking now George Washington has lost his buddy, and he promised him that he's gonna fucking make America. So he then meets the great woman herself, Martha Washington,
At his funeral.
At his funeral.
Where they put the blanket on him with the hang in there.
Jesus.
And it was like Betsy Ross did it herself.
Mm-hmm. And then so they meet, and then they bang immediately, as it is written in history.
Right.
She's trying to make him feel better. He's in mourning.
Yeah.
And he's like all crying afterwards.
Looking at their BFF box and pictures.
And
It says character backstory on it.
And then it says G+A. BFF box. It literally says BFF box.
Dude, and at the funeral, he gets a fucking electric guitar from Mozart.
Yeah.
And then he's like, it's silence forever, just like him. And then he strums it and it just keeps playing.
And he has to physically stop it.
And that's the first time he does his whole John 3:16.
Apparently that's based on like some actual fact about some shit. Like George Washington would like try to quote the Bible a lot throughout his day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's what I learned.
They did their work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he's like all crying after having sex with Martha, and she's all like, she says something like, I have an idea, and he's like about how to make you feel better. He's all like, should I just keep having sex with you or whatever? He's like, until I feel better. She's like, well, that'll be short in the long term, but like you have to fucking go out there and you gotta avenge fucking Abe, and you can't do it alone, so you gotta get out there and you gotta get a crew together, man.
And she's like, I know Samuel Adams. He's in my, like, what is it, like her kickball team?
Yeah, kickball team. Yeah, they're the kickball team.
And then he's she says something like hashtag something.
Hashtag blast.
and then George Washington is like, hold the phone. And she's like, what's a phone?
Dude, we haven't even scratched the surface, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, this is like the beginning.
It's just so many jokes, dude. So yeah, when people say that this isn't funny, it's
they're
like,
fucking
fuck you guys.
Squares.
Yeah, but so anyway, he goes and he meets up with
Sam Adams.
Sam
who's
Adams.
like a frat boy.
Yeah, he invented the frat.
Oh my god.
And that he's voiced by Jason Mantzoukas, the fucking talented bastard. fucking love him. And so they get him.
Well, they got a British neighbor, right? That always is calling the cops on them.
Oh, right.
And ruining the party. That's how they become homies.
That's right.
Because he's like, yeah,
he
dude.
calls him the fun
The
police.
fun
Yeah.
police. That's how the
Like,
fun
what?
police
That's
comes
what
up.
Abe used to call them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he makes beer, which obviously the British hate.
Mhm.
And then he
Because they're
says something
tea drinkers.
about how like he's never worked out. He's like,
Oh, yeah.
he's like,
I'm basically jacked from fucking. He's like, yeah, dude, look at your arms. He's like, well, that is a birth defect.
He tells him your arms are bigger than your thighs. He's like,
It's like,
that's a birth defect.
oh my god.
Yeah, good shit.
Then after that, they go and
They go get Paul Revere,
Revere.
right? Who's the best racist?
they go to this like underground race,
I'm
like
the fastest
horse
racist.
racing. He's like, they go to this horse racing thing. It's all
The Fast and the
underground.
Furious
Yeah.
homage in this one. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's all hip hop. There's people twerking.
Yeah.
There's neon.
There's yeah, people are
There's,
just
like, there's titties.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there's titties. Yeah.
Paul Revere.
As soon as Paul Revere wins, that bitch just goes topless.
Yeah, they were nice too. Nice drawn titties.
Yeah.
And it was old school, so she had armpit
Shit,
hair.
armpit hair,
Yeah.
which I don't mind.
No, it looked great.
Yeah, so they get Polly. They get Polly on their team, and he's
Who
like,
has like no human friends? He's
Yeah.
like such a weird,
he's
like
kind of
antisocial
he's kind of
guy.
TikToked.
Dressed like a knight. What's funny, because they're like, we got to find the fastest guy here. And they're like, how? There's so many. Like, oh, we'll know.
Mm-hmm.
And when the horses are racing, dude, he's chilling.
Yeah.
And one horse is like, looks behind him. Like, he sees him and he just starts crying, dude. Like, the horse already knows. He looks back and he sees Paul. He just starts crying, like, fuck, he's going to come at one point. And yeah, and he fucks them up.
Yeah, and it's also, I don't know if they're implying that he's kind of a horse. That, I don't know, one of his parents fucked a horse and
Yeah, he's part horse.
Yeah, he's like my brother's. Yeah, like he basically implied
my
that he was
human
an
brother.
animal. Yeah,
Yeah.
like his human brothers.
Mhm.
Yeah, he kept going, back and forth with that, implying that he was part horse. And he wins the race. And and he's
He's
different.
He's a part of the team.
He's a part of the posse now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the cops show up, so he's like, get in my ride. I was gonna say whip
Mhm.
because it was all hip hop.
And then there's like a really cool chase scene too, where like the horse is like all sliding under fucking carriages.
Dude, and the whole time
Drifting and shit.
everybody's all freaked out, and George is just all like amazed,
Yeah,
like
he's just-
like a little
Yeah,
child.
he's just looking at everything like, wow. It's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah, so they get away with it. They get away, and then they go. They need. I don't know why they need Thomas Edison, but they need Thomas Edison.
And they need him now.
Yeah. And then it turns out that Thomas Edison is a lady. That's probably why. That's probably why people don't like this. But they're like, bullshit.
She's Chinese too.
Edison is not a fucking lady.
Well, they're all freaking out. Like,
Mhm.
Thomas is a boy's name. Well, that's
Yeah.
my name, so
And later, when she says like, "Well, I know like the best, like
best-
surgeon or whatever," so like Claire something, and he's all like. Claire, like Claire's a weird name for a man.
Clara Barton.
Yeah, Clara something. It's like Clara.
That's a weird name
And
for a
from-
dude.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, they're gonna burn Thomas Edison at the stake for practicing science.
Yes.
Just because he believes
He
in
believes in
science.
science.
Which in this movie they treat science like witchcraft or like
Yeah.
like she's a wizard
They
or
call
something.
her a witch once.
And
for
they call
Call
it-
her a witch several times.
And they call it science craft.
Yeah. Yeah. She like flies around. She basically like, yeah, she's like a wizard. She fucking has lightning in her hands and can fly and shit.
Because she
But
understands.
she should have been burned on the stake. I mean, I'm with it on this.
Well, and she keeps trying to be like, dude, this is science. Like, this is electricity. There's no magic about it. They're like, fuck no, that's magic.
Mm-hmm.
She escapes, joins the crew.
Joins the crew, and then is that it? Is that
They're like, what's up with your skin? And she's like, I'm Chinese. They're like, what's that?
And Geronimo.
Oh, yeah,
obviously.
Geronimo, Chief Geronimo.
Yeah, because they need someone that knows the land better than the British if they're gonna win with their small team. So they got to get a native.
The Geronimo stuff is so fucked up. Oh my God. How do we even?
Does grandfather shit in the woods?
Where, like,
Bears.
where it's like the first thing that they say with Geronimo, like they're saying something about like, yeah, like our land or whatever, and he's just like, wait, this is wrong. Or like this is messed up or something, and it's just like, oh shit, here we go.
Yeah, and he's like, why should I do a deal with you guys? Like, I'm gonna get my land back, and then Sam Adams just starts laughing. And they're like, yeah, he's like, dude. He's like, I don't trust any of these. Looks at Thomas Edison. He's like, I don't trust you. And then the two white guys, he's like, I especially don't trust you two. He's like, why do I feel like I'm gonna get fucked?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Geronimo, he's in.
a good sport.
He's in.
Yeah, that's how much he hates the British. He's like, fuck it. If I have to fight you for my land, fuck. That's how much I hate the British. Let's
Yeah.
roll.
And then when they get into their first kind of battle with
Benedict
Benedict
Arnold.
Arnold.
with Benedict,
with
of
BA.
course, he ends up biting fucking Geronimo, and he has to cut his hand off because he's turning into a fucking werewolf.
Mhm.
So not only is he this dude that they're kind of talking shit to this whole time, he also only has one arm. Then after that, I think
That's in Vietnam, right?
They go to
they
Vietnam.
go to
They go to a bar called Vietnam and
That's
they
right.
fuck it up. They
they
keep insisting that they won in Vietnam.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so fucked up.
They just go in and destroy the place. It's fucking hilarious.
Mhm.
Come on, that's
The
fucking-
blacksmith part is so inappropriate.
Jesus. John Henry.
I'm a blacksmith.
Like,
From the
right.
Baltimore Smiths?
Like, he just does not get that he's a blacksmith. He's just like, you're black and you're a smith. He's like, I get it. You're a blacksmith.
Oh man.
He
Yeah,
has to explain metal and like how it turns black. He's just like, no, dude, I work with metal.
yeah, because in order to defeat Benedict Arnold, who's a werewolf, you need to shoot him with a silver bullet.
That's right.
So that's why they find the blacksmith.
So yeah, well, first he tells him you need silver.
Yeah. So then
They go to the Titanic.
The British took all the spoons for the tea, so they're all on the Titanic.
the British took all the spoons for the
Oh my
So
god.
they're all stored on the Titanic.
Oh man.
Yeah. Who do they want to be the lookout? And he's like, no. So they make Geronimo
Oh,
be the lookout.
they told John Henry to be the lookout. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he's like, I was like, I'm black. Like you're gonna make me be the lookout. Like fuck. That.
Why you commit crimes? Like fuck no.
He's like, I'm so fucking out of here.
And then they're like, Geronimo, like, is it appropriate for us to ask you? And he's just like, see, if it's me watching your back, are you watching mine? He's like, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll watch your back.
Yeah, so they get in there.
They have a plan, right? To like dress up in like the red coats.
Yeah, and then they get caught immediately.
But at least they're in the Titanic.
Yeah. And whatever, they escape.
So good.
They escape, and then they find out the evil plan, which is that they're using tea
They're teabagging.
to turn the pioneers into fucking British people. So they're like, oh my god.
George Washington's like, I gotta free these
And
colonists.
he just like breaks one of the pods.
And
The dude just spills out and lands in the glass.
He impales
and
himself.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then when he does that, it starts a
Oh my
fire,
God.
and then the Titanic sinks. And they're like all on shore, just like watching people like jump off, and it's like all on fire, and they're like, "Holy shit!" It's just like, yeah, let's not tell people. Let's tell
say
people
there was an
that-
iceberg.
Yeah, like we're the only ones that are here.
Yeah.
And just tell everyone to hit an iceberg. And that's that.
That
Good
was
stuff.
that was so funny.
Mhm.
But they got all the spoons, right?
They got
the silver spoons. And then they make Geronimo take them back to the blacksmith,
All
even
right.
though he only has one arm.
They meet at the National Mall, which is where Congress meets, but it's a food court at a mall.
Oh my god.
And that's when George Washington comes with the alarm.
Oh, because they kidnapped because
They
Benedict
kidnapped Martha.
kidnapped Martha. Yeah,
That's when he turns down the HJ. He's like, no, I gotta earn it. And he has the dream, right? Does he already have the dream?
What dream?
He has a dream with Abe where Abe tells him, like, dude, you can do this.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, you're right.
Because he quits, right? Is this after he quit? Did we skip all that
and
part?
then they tell like all of them, they're like, "You're the only one that quit."
Yeah, like we tried one thing, dude, and that's it.
He was so down on himself. And
He's
then,
just playing guitar.
and then he's like, "All right, let's get the team back." He's like, "Bro, you're the only one that quit."
Yeah, because he's all down on himself, and Martha offers the HJ. He's like, no, and he has the dream where Abe tells him, like, dude, you got to do it. You got everybody together. And he's like, last bit of advice: when your wife offers you an HJ, you take it.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah.
One thing we missed was that Martha became immediately pregnant after like
Oh,
the
yeah.
first time they had
Yeah.
sex.
Yeah.
Like, a woman knows these kind of things.
And then Abraham Lincoln tells him in his dream that he's gonna have a boy, right? Doesn't he tell him in his dream?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, and also another thing that I thought was super realistic, because she has giant boobs. When she lays on her back, she's holding her boobs. And anytime I've been with a girl with big boobs and she lays on her back, she's always holding them. I always hate it because I'm like, let them go. But
Yeah.
they pull, I
Well,
guess.
no, because what if they go left and right and
Yeah.
looks weird or something?
It looks hot over here.
Yeah,
know.
we don't care.
Yeah.
Ladies, you
But
know
yeah.
that?
But usually they would just show her, with giant tits, and then they'd just stay there.
I just thought that was a cop out for not showing us her nips, but whatever.
No, it's realism, man. They cared about realism.
Okay.
This is 100% how America was founded.
Yeah, word for word.
Yeah.
It went down.
And what's funny is that this is what it is considered the first adult animated movie for fucking Netflix. So they went with this one. That's
It's a weird choice.
It's a weird choice,
But
but
it's
I
good.
am
it's
fucking in.
amazing.
I am fucking in.
They need to push it more because a lot of people are missing out on this one. But anyway, how does this thing end? What's
Martha
going
gets
on?
kidnapped.
Yeah.
So he needs to go save Martha now.
Yeah, they got the silver bullet, or Geronimo and John Henry are all at the strip club.
Yeah.
And they make the joke or whatever, and they're like, yeah, like you gotta basically, if you want people to know how history or whatever's going on, you gotta dumb it down from put it in a cartoon or something.
Yeah.
And he says that as a stripper's shaking her ass or whatever, and it's just this is.
He's like, should we go make this silver bullet, dude? And then he's like, oh, I already fucking made it.
Yeah, we're just chilling at the strip club now.
Oh, so good.
Mm-hmm. But they end up having their final battle where fucking George Washington writes the national anthem.
Oh, dude, no, and we didn't mention that the dream that George has with Abraham takes place in the warehouse of Reservoir Dogs.
That's right.
Because he was like, it was gonna be a really cool dream, but I think there's gonna be like a really cool fight like 30 minutes from now, and that took a lot of the money for the animation. So we kind of got to do this for now.
That's true. Yeah, and that's pretty awesome. They recreate the Reservoir Dogs like little warehouse set, like pretty good.
Yeah, it's got the chair with
the blade and the ear are all on the floor. Pretty awesome.
It's so good.
Yeah, but so
He also references Back to the Future, right? When he's playing his guitar.
oh right, yeah. He's just like this is like a blues whatever. Follow me for
For
the
the
changes.
Yeah, for the changes.
Oh fuck! Oh wait, I
And the
forgot.
swordfish.
Yeah, I forgot it because like, Abraham Lincoln had like a code or whatever that they had to fucking break or whatever, and fucking
Yeah, they're trying to find the Gettysburg Address. Because that's where Martha got kidnapped to.
Yeah, there's like, what's the Gettysburg? Oh yeah, the whole thing was the Gettysburg Address. They couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, so fucking George Washington has to goes into hacker mode. And I mean, if you guys have seen Swordfish, there's a ridiculous scene of Hugh Jackman hacking where he's basically like Austin Powers being like, no, yes, and like being like, come on, baby, and he's being like so
Extra.
yeah, like he's using his whole body, standing up and down and screaming, and they basically redo that scene shot for shot.
It is shot for shot. And it's funny because we were just talking about how my brother ruined Swordfish for me as an adult because I really liked it when it came out, and then they do this, and I'm like, well, now I feel like I kind of like it again.
No, it's a terrible. I mean, I like it just because of how bad it is, but it's a terrible film. But yeah, God bless them for
doing a whole scene
yeah.
of Swordfish.
And then they even talk about it later. They're like, oh, because they show up and it's just a mansion. They're like, oh, like, well, fucking, like, this is going to be easy or whatever. It's just like one thing. He's like, it's like, I guess we didn't have to do like all that like planning or whatever. And he's just like, well, at least George got to do his cool like hacking montage. And he's like, really? Did you think it was cool? It's like, you didn't think it was
too
like
long?
it was like overindulgent. It's like, no, bro, like that shit was accurate as hell.
They're literally talking shit about
Yeah.
Swordfish, but like, you didn't think it was this, that, or the third? Like,
no, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the guy's like, it wasn't long enough. I wish it was longer. So good. But then whatever, he's just like, we need an anthem here. Like, I need to write a fucking national anthem. And it turns out to be Freebird, and they go into a whole Freebird fucking
Yeah.
musical number.
I'm going to request that song every time a band plays forever.
And Freebird basically unites all the people.
Yeah, because they show up and they see it's just one, like they thought it was going to be so complicated to find, but it's just one house in the middle of a field, and they were like, oh, we should have scouted it first.
Yeah.
And they go in and they've been duped.
To set up.
They've been home alone.
They have.
Yeah, it's Home Alone. Yeah, it's Home Alone, and the British are there with way more people.
Right.
So Benedict Arnold's like, it's only like 5 of you, dude. We're gonna fuck you up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where he's like, we need an anthem to bring all the people,
Right.
and he plays Freebird.
Yeah. We haven't even mentioned King James, but King James is in the background. Being-
Darth Vader,
yeah.
because they do so many Star Wars references as well.
In the end, too, like Abe's ghost has like a lightsaber.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he comes back as a force.
As Obi-Wan, he's dressed as Obi-Wan.
As a force ghost.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
How does this movie have to... It's not the best movie, but it's fucking
I
good.
feel like it is.
It's so good.
At the end, when after everything, he's just like, I'm gonna build a monument to Abe, like right over there. He's all like, so I can look at my monument. And then he comes as a force ghost, and he's just like, "What are you, Demi Moore? Like, like, 'cause you're fucking a ghost here."
Oh my God. So funny.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, they have a big old battle, which is like reminiscent of the battle at the Infinity War or Endgame, one of the big Avenger movies, or like Lord of the Rings. Also, they have the Star Wars.
Yeah, the Star Wars like big. What are they called?
I don't know what they're called. I'm not that much of a Star Wars geek.
Oh, the AT-ATs.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Like
the big tall walkers.
The big tall walkers.
And they're double-decker buses. Oh, so good.
And they take them down just like they take them down in Star Wars.
With a kite. Also, Paul Revere, his horse sacrificed himself.
Damn, it got pretty deep real quick.
Oh, it got a little sadder because when they got Home Alone, they like threw a bomb in there, and then Paul Revere decides to sacrifice himself.
Yeah,
but then Paul Revere's horse
doesn't let him.
it's like, no,
it's just
we
like,
must go on.
You have human friends now. No, he's like, you have human friends now.
Yeah, he's just like, dude, yeah, like you can be a human now and like go be with humans. And he's just like, nah.
And he forces he white fangs him.
He white fangs him.
Oh yeah. Like, go ahead. So fucking funny.
And there's this huge explosion, and when he gets to his corpse, only his head blew off.
Yeah, and that's when they take the horse to Clara, and she's just like, I can bring him back, but I'm gonna need a lot of flesh or whatever. And then Paul Revere's like, take whatever you want. And she's like, all right. So at the end scene, Paul Revere is now like a fucking, what is it, like a centaur?
Yeah.
But he's like a RoboCop.
Yeah, he's RoboCop. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Dude, and Clara Barton is the lady that founded the Red Cross.
Oh, good for her.
So it's a real person.
Feminism.
And it's a woman, guys.
Yeah.
Feminism.
So he joins the final battle as RoboCop.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah. And again, it is a pretty epic battle. They spent that money there, like they said 30 minutes before.
Mm-hmm. And then, the big thing is that they have giant tea bags.
They're teabagging, dude.
That they're gonna basically turn everybody into.
They're gonna make it rain tea. Yeah, it's gonna make everybody British.
Yeah, and she's like, which is gonna make like the revolution automatically to never have happened or whatever, because everyone's just gonna be fucking British. And at the same time, George Washington's trying to get Martha, who's like on this fucking flying ship, and she's already British.
Terrible teeth.
Yeah, and then the beer guy Samuel Adams, he just gives everybody the like a beer, like let's all have our final beer before
we're all fucked.
Yeah,
we're all gonna be British.
And he gives Thomas Edison. Is that who it is? Thomas Edison.
Yeah,
Thomas Edison the idea to turn the tea bags into beer, and then it rains and it turns everybody American.
Yeah, because earlier in the movie he said that his beer is literally the opposite of tea.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like, how did you turn the clouds into beer? And she's like, I didn't. I just changed the polarity of tea. Because remember he said it was the opposite.
There you
go.
Science.
Smart chick. Yeah, so it starts raining beer and people just partying it up. The frat boys come back.
Yeah.
And then
you don't even have to put cow's milk's dick in it.
Yeah. Oh, and then
this guy knows.
And when George Washington, when the war's gonna start, he goes to the gun store. He goes to like a Walmart.
Yeah.
It's the Walmart.
The Walmart. Yeah, he goes to Walmart. Like, I want to overkill amount of
He's like, I need a lot of guns. I was like,
well, bless your heart.
I was like, well, bless your heart.
He's like, yeah, I want to go for every bullet that shot at me, I want to shoot 500 back.
He's just like, there's a waiting period and it just ended. And then he gives him a shit ton of guns.
Well, he's like, and what are you going to use them for? He's like, hunting. He's like, yeah, sounds right.
Perfect.
Yeah, so when all the people arrive for the final battle, he's like, here are these guns. But you had to promise to give them back. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah. So then at the end, when everybody's American, and now it's like, all right, America's for real now, and George Washington's up there on the fucking podium or whatever, addressing the people, and then everyone starts like being like, so like everyone has their issues.
Yeah,
now.
and then like they're like, well, do we get our land back now? Like,
Yeah. And then everyone's always like, we get to keep these guns, right? And then one like shoots another one, like he was like a Mexican or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should. Yeah, one
He
from the
came at
back.
me.
Yeah.
He came at me from the back.
Yeah. And then they're just
like super religious people. Like, yeah, it's just like they all start fighting.
Everybody starts like bringing up issues. They all start fighting, and then George Washington's like, like we're gonna fuck this up.
That's how it ends.
But yeah, man, fucking great movie.
Oh my god.
Probably only said like 10% of the jokes in this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really fucking funny
Like George
stuff.
has his no, he doesn't say like "In God We Trust."
All
that
right.
one.
He says, "In God I
In
trust."
God I Trust.
Oh, when they're chasing Benedict Arnold over he goes across a bridge, and he's like, "Do you think your horse can make the jump?" And he says, like, "One way to find out." And that's when he says, like, "In God I trust."
God I trust.
And then like halfway through, the horse falls, and then they're in the water, and he's just like, "He shorted it."
Paul, he shorted it.
Paul, he shorted it.
He just keeps yelling.
He shorted it, Paul.
There's like so many things. Like the scene after like they blow up the building and the eagle. That's like.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
When he first gets attacked, because George Washington's weapon is chainsaws that
Right.
pop out of his sleeves. Yeah, when he first come out, he's like, the cherry tree didn't cut
cherry tree,
itself.
And there's a picture of him young, like with his little axe. And there's a bunch of cherries on the floor.
When they kidnap Martha and they take the gas out of his.
Yes.
He took the gas out of my sleeve chainsaws.
While I was sleeping. Oh, there's so many great things that happen. We didn't even scratch the surface.
No. Yeah, obviously 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
For everybody.
There was nothing about this movie that I did not like. It was fun from beginning to end.
It is good old fucking fun. Like if you especially like you just had a beer or something, you just smoked a bowl, this is a perfect movie to just fucking laugh.
There's
I
a
laughed
bunch
the
of
whole time.
Yeah, like the world's so serious right now. Like if you just need to turn off and see something ridiculous, just to get get away from the world real quick. This is perfect.
Recharge your batteries. to
Yeah.
That's exactly what this is. Completely ridiculous. But it's also kind of genius, I think.
There is some truth to it. There's like some history. In
Yeah,
there
you learn some stuff.
Oh, there's some listicles out there right now that are like 10 things that this movie got surprisingly right.
Yeah.
There's not a lot about this movie. Like
when the blacksmith cracks the Liberty Bell.
Oh, right.
Because Fall Revere just comes in.
Oh, so funny.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think this movie's getting enough attention. I don't know. When I looked it up, when I was trying to look up stuff about this movie, you could find very little information about it. Wikipedia hardly has anything. The most thing that you're going to find about it is how much the critics didn't like it. Like that's
Make your own opinion.
Like-
you guys, this is hilarious.
yeah, we need to get that audience score up at least.
Yeah.
Come on.
Everyone just watch it and like rate it.
Yeah.
Please. This is too good.
Fucking
great.
Pretty bad reviews, but fuck that. I mean, I recommend it fully. And
Fully, man.
It's better than fucking Space Jam that just came out this weekend.
Bad.
And it's single-handedly ruining Don Cheadle's career.
His
Fucking-
stock definitely went down.
Yeah. Poor Cheadle. Cheadle didn't deserve that.
Cheadle didn't deserve that. I feel like Cheeto could be doing better things.
If LeBron James wants to go out there and make
be
a fool,
yeah.
that's fine.
He already does that when he plays basketball.
Dang.
So whatever.
I don't watch basketball.
He's
I
the
got no
biggest
skin in this
baby.
game.
I just know. Yeah.
I know a little of basketball.
I got no skin in this game. Got nothing against the man. All I know is that they shouldn't have made this movie.
No.
They shouldn't have made the first one. Why would they make this? Like, especially now. How many kids now
Even
watch
no
Looney Tunes?
No kids, no Looney Tunes.
You know what I hated? How much they didn't sound like them.
No.
Bugs Bunny did not sound like
No.
fucking
When
Bugs Bunny. It was like
when
it was
Marvin the
upsetting.
Martian landed and spoke, I was like, I'm done with this movie.
it was upsetting to me how much they all didn't sound alike.
Because that was my little character.
Yeah, I was always a daffy man.
Speedy was barely in it. You could just hear his voice every once in
Apparently,
a while.
Pepe got cut.
I think that was like
That dude got me
LeBron
too.
himself axed fucking Pepe Le Pew,
Damn.
man.
LeBron hates the French. You heard it here, folks.
Mhm. That's verbatim.
He hates French lovers. He's just a lover, dude.
Passionate
Yeah,
Frenchman.
what the fuck?
Yeah, but that movie was pretty fucking ridiculous, but I don't know.
In a good way.
It just came out. No, Space Jam.
Oh, Space Jam.
Space Jam was just
scratch
bad.
that.
Yeah.
I gave it 5 minutes.
I watched maybe half of it. I'll probably finish it just because I want to see the train wreck, but very bad. Basically just a giant Warner Brothers ad that it's over 2 hours long.
Holy shit.
Why the
Why?
fuck is this movie over
What?
2 hours long?
What?
Like Space Jam should be like
An hour
tight
15.
80 minutes.
Yeah, hour 15 tops.
Yeah.
Like including
75.
including credits. Like, no way. Why is it so fucking long? But we'll see how it does this week. And I have a feeling it'll probably make a lot of money.
Gross.
But again, who knows? Because I don't know if children are fucking watching Looney Tunes or if they're interested in watching this movie. We'll see.
I was cleaning out the garage and I came across a couple of my old posters from the original Space Jam,
Space
dude.
Jam poster.
Yeah.
You big fan?
Yeah, dude. When I was a kid, I had the Space Jam
I
bed
feel like
set.
we watched it a lot.
I didn't watch it very much. I know I didn't get taken to the theater to watch it, which was kind of a bummer. And by the time I watched it, I think somebody rented it. I watched it in somebody's house. Somebody rented it. I didn't even watch it that much.
Dude, had R. Kelly, everything. Dude.
But you were a big fan. You had, I think I had like
posters and everything. Yeah.
I had, I think, like a Taz that had like the jersey on
You
or
did.
something.
You did.
I feel like I don't know if they were giving those with like Happy Meals or Burger King or something. I think that's my Space Jam memories.
Yikes.
But I was super excited to watch it when I was a kid. But I feel like it was more of the excitement about it, and I didn't even.
It was Jordan. Like, if
Yeah.
Michael
Yeah.
Jordan.
it
Yeah.
was a
Jordan
big
was
deal.
the better actor, too. Ron, oh my God.
Well, he also had fucking Bill Murray and
Yeah.
Wayne Knight and shit. You
Yeah.
had these fucking legends in there.
Right. I mean, this one had a lot of people in it, too, like Sarah
Silverman
Silverman.
popped up for a little bit.
Bill Murray in the first one was the shit because he's like, how'd you get here? He's like, I knew the producer. And that's literally how he got on the movie. He was like, I want to be in a movie with Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Then you had the Monstars also were all other guys as well, right?
They
It was like,
well, they were all teeny tiny little bug monsters, and they just stole talent from the NBA
Yeah.
players, and then they became giant, big
All
jack
right,
monsters.
well,
yeah, that's enough for Space
enough
Jam.
about that
Excuse
shit.
me.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, all right. Well, let's wrap this up. Thank you for listening. Follow us on the social medias. Make sure that you listen to the other shows on the network: Salinas Underground Podcast, the Nakama Podcast, the 831 Comadres. I think that's it. I think we said it all.
I think we got
I think
it.
we said it all.
Yeah.
Tune in next week. We'll see what we do.
Bye.
All righty. Sayonara, Sammy.
The Electro and Bono Movie Power